That is literally breakfast being brought to your back door. We got the green stalk out of the garage. So excited. I think our freezing temperatures are over, so we're getting this thing outside. I want to show it to you and be honest about how the strawberries are doing in it. So you can see they are growing like crazy. Even getting some strawberries on there. Some new growth of strawberries. But there is about 5 of these pockets that they died. And I'm gonna tell you what I think happened there. So while the garage was a great place to put it, while we were still having freezing nights and things, I was trying to move it out every day and give them some sun, and I didn't do that as faithfully as I should have. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you have your green stalk somewhere where it's not literally outside getting sun every day, make sure you roll it out there or you do something to give it some sunlight, because it really needs that. But I'm pretty pleased with, as long as it has been in my garage. I've only lost 5 out of like 30 pockets, so that's pretty good. The rest of them are thriving, growing like crazy. I've got it out here, can't wait to see what it does out here through the season, and I'll be giving you guys updates. Greenstalk has actually got a promotion going on right now where if you spend an eligible amount, you get 3 pounds of organic worm castings for free, and if you spend over 150, you also get free shipping. So I did want to mention that to you guys. If you use our code VWFF, you get $10 off your order for buying a tower. So use that code and get yourself some free worm casting. And I'll stick their link down below as well as the code, so in case you forget. But I'm really pumped to see what this does this year, and one good thing that is done already. Ben has cleaned up the front of the greenhouse. I'm so excited. I would love to have another green stalk right here, and then we got more tubs to get rid of. Bonk, bonk, bonk. But it's getting better. You can see all of these were full of stuff at one time or another, just a hodgepodge, which that's fine, but it's just not my vision for this space. So I just need to put those away and get these out of here as well. And then I'd like to have 2 green stalks over here as well. I'd like to have flowers in 1 or 2 and herbs in 1, and then of course the strawberries. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. I want to mention a couple things to you guys, and then we're going to get into some gardening. I'm so excited. It's really our first time to get this party started this year and to get our hands in the dirt for any real length of time. So, but I did want to mention we will be going to some farmers markets this year. Really excited about that. Probably going to switch it up. May not be at the exact same one every week. This past weekend was our first time at the Searcy Farmers Market. So if you're local, we'd love to visit with you, meet you, chat gardening. So look us up there. We will also sometimes be at the Conway Farmers Market. It's not the downtown one, it's the one at right there on the freeway. I believe it's in the parking lot of Antioch Baptist Church. We would love to visit with you guys there as well. We'll probably switch off kind of every other week type of deal. So look us up, shoot us a message, and if you want to know where we're going to be on Saturdays. Also, we have 3 new shirt designs, and we've opened up some old shirt designs. But these are by far our best designs yet. Really cute. Kind of our slogan for our meat company that we've started is from our pasture to your plate. So that's going to be on the back of one of them, along with our logo right here on the front. And then we've got one that says Farm Fresh, and then it's really cute. And then we also have one that I believe says beef, support your local farmer, or something like that. It's really cute too. Lots of colors. One of them has the comfort color shirt or the soft t-shirt you can choose from, and the other 2 are the soft t-shirts. So just go check that out. Hope to meet some of y'all this year, and let's go get some things in the ground. Feed truck bay. We always love to get feed and get stocked back up on quality feed, so we know we're set for our animals for a while. I am so incredibly excited to just be outside with you guys. It has been like the longest last year and a few months for me. I don't know about for you guys, but I've told people, and I really truly mean this, I did not figure out until this last year how much I really just love people. I love being around people and visiting and seeing people in person, and it's just been kind of long and kind of lonely for a lot of people, and even especially for older people. My parents have had it pretty lonely, and so to getting back to somewhat of a sense of normalcy and just this glorious weather. Lane's been behind me back over there playing basketball. I think he's quit now to go help Ben do something. Pepper's out in her safe place when she's outside. She's got a fenced in area she can just run and rip and romp. See if y'all can see it. There's ducks laying everywhere, all around the yard. There's chickens roaming around. It's wonderful out here, and it's finally time to get some things planted. So this is such a crazy advanced method of garden planting I'm using. It's like no spreadsheet you've ever seen. I'm just kidding. Literally, I've got everything just spread out, and I've got all my seeds here. I've got Hoss seeds, I've got Baker Creek seeds. I've just got a variety. I wanted to mention these to y'all. This is pretty awesome. It's called Redemption Seeds. These were sent to us a while back, and I've been planning to plant some. I really like their packaging. It's like clean and just really nicely laid out. It tells you all the info about planting all this stuff. And this is one of you guys that was a viewer and then was inspired to start a seed company. So it doesn't have a website on here. I'm gonna get their link and put it down below in case you're interested. I thought that was really cool. I'm gonna plant their straight neck squash. I love straight neck squash. And dark green zucchini. And then I've also got bush pickle cucumber seeds. I'm really interested to try those. So, and then I've got all my different seeds laid out here. So as you can see, I'm doing lots of squashes and cucumbers today. Love this. This is a bush type spaghetti squash I'm gonna be planting. Told you all about that before, really like that. I love these delicata squashes also. And then some of these are just fun. The sweet dumpling, the partial eclipse. I like cool looking stuff, as well as things that I can put up and can. Really excited about trying that one. And then of course we got melons. We got this is a honey melon. Really excited about that. And then a couple different types of watermelons. We've got the Carolina Cross. I think that's going to be a good big one. And then this one in the front is the lemon drop. Really excited about that. So let's get some stuff stuck in the ground. Our garden is smaller this year. We told you guys that. So I'm limited on space. So I'm probably going to be planting about one hole of each of these things down through here, because I still have to save room for tomatoes and peppers. I'm not planting those yet. We're past, I think, our last frost. We actually were already past it, and then we had this hard freeze the last couple nights. I've got some frost blankets to take up because I think we're past that. So first thing I'm gonna do is make some labels. If you know Ben and I in real life, you know that he is more of a perfectionist. I'm more of, let's just think about this and figure it out as we go, really with no plan. And sometimes that works great, and sometimes that does not work great, but that's just my personality. But it drives him absolutely insane when I come out here and just start planting, and I have no idea what I put where. Sometimes I don't even know what it is. It's not that I don't know what variety, I don't even know what thing it is until it starts putting on enough leaves that I can tell with my eyes. So he's gonna be so proud of me. I'm actually gonna make labels. One thing I've learned over time though, that I wanna share with you guys, if you just take even a Sharpie that says it's a permanent marker and mark on these things, it won't last. It doesn't matter if you use popsicle sticks like wood or plastic, it will not last. The sun will fade it out. So you have to get a garden marker is actually what it's called, and it is, one thing is it's waterproof, but even above that, it's protected from the sun. So the UV rays will not fade it out, because that's what happens a lot of times. So there's nothing more frustrating than taking the time to actually make these things and then you come out and it's a blank stick. So get you a garden marker. These are cheap off Amazon or wherever, and I promise you it will stay on. So with planting on this ground cover, it's gonna be awesome for the weeds. It's already in the things I've planted, it's been awesome. But you have to have something to get down in the holes to loosen the ground up to be able to plant in, because it's not open where you can hoe it or till it or keep the ground super loose. It's gonna pack some. Hey, Bubba Cat. Just make yourself at home. Okay, there went your tail. So Ben made this homemade dibble tool is what I call it. I don't actually even know if that's what it's called, but that's what I think I've heard it called. But you can buy these generally. Okay, I would just suggest if you make one or buy one, make sure it's made out of super hard wood, because I've already split this one. We'll have to make another one or get one at some point. But I'm gonna hammer these down in there, make some holes all along here so I can stick some seeds in the ground. I just kind of use it to loosen the ground up as I hit down in there. I just kind of make a little hole. For squash and watermelons and things like that, you're not going to need a very big hole. You don't want them planted very deep, so don't just pound this way down in there. Just like an inch or so is plenty to get it loosened up, and then put a little layer of dirt on top. One thing I did want to mention is, and I might have said this earlier already, I'm sorry, I'm in garden mode and I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't, but you're going to need some way to burn down into your ground cover, because that's the point of it, is you put it down to cover the ground and then you plant in little holes through it. Last year we were afraid to do that and it came back and burnt us, literally. We had grass everywhere and it was out of control and it was not fun, and I wouldn't recommend doing it that way. That's not the way it's meant to be used. You're meant to cover the ground and then put holes in it. So we use this as just a propane bottle, and then some of them have a lighter on it. This one I have to light by hand. And then I just very carefully make a very small hole depending on what I'm planting. Just think about how big the stalk of the plant is going to be when it comes up through there. If it's tiny, don't make a very big hole, because you're just inviting a place for grass to come up. So keep that in mind. But don't be afraid to put holes in it. I see people put holes just one right after the other and plant beans in this stuff, or like we have them very close together for our onions and garlic. It is just working amazing. It's so much less stress and it's made gardening so much more enjoyable again. So one thing I would say to you guys is, if you're in you have limited space, like I do this, Bubby Cat, what are we doing here? You never want to be petted till I turn this camera on. And you're driving me crazy. You're driving me crazy, boy. Guess we're gonna just do this with the cat. One thing I would say is, now I'm in the same boat that a lot of people are in, to where my space is very limited. In the past, with 2 big gardens, actually 3, I could pretty much plant anything and everything, and I was having to think of things to plant. But now I'm not like that anymore. And you may be thinking, well, you're planting a whole lot of squash for someone who's limited on space. Well, that's my tip of advice. I love squash. We love squash of all varieties, summer, winter, all different ways prepared. And so pick things that you like to eat and plant those. Plant a variety of those if that's what you like. I want peppers this year, but I'll be honest, there's been years past I've got so burnt out on peppers. There's only so much you can do with peppers, in my opinion. And I have peppers frozen. I have peppers ground up to last me literally years. So this year I'm growing peppers, but I'm not growing like 15 varieties or anything. I think I'm growing 4 varieties, and that'll be plenty. And I don't want to fill my garden with things that then I'm going to be just searching for things to do with them. So pick what you like to eat and stick with that. Also, as you're setting up your garden, think about the layout. Think about if you're a new gardener, or even if you're not, sometimes I forget this, but think about how quick things are going to be done. Squash here in Arkansas is going to be done fairly early, just simply because we have so much pressure from squash bugs. So I'm still planting. Right behind you guys is the edge of my garden. I started with garlic and onions because those will come off pretty quickly, pretty early. Then I've got broccolis and cabbages, and now I'm moving into squashes and things. So as we come across the garden, we're talking about things that are gonna come off early. And then when you get more towards the middle, you want things that are gonna stay there, because you don't want to be trying to, like me, I'm gonna have to get the garlic and onions out of there. You don't want to be having to go into the middle of your garden and either pull up fabric like I'm going to have to do, till in the middle of it, or anything like that to harvest your stuff and to replant your areas. So you want to work from the outside in. Ben is literally going to be thrilled that I'm going to know what is planted where. Before it gets too late, I'm going to get my green beans put in the ground. I'm planting contenders. My 2 favorite kinds are contenders and Romas. So this year I'm going with contenders because that's what I have. And for some reason, Roma seeds are very, very scarce in our area. So I'm going with contenders. Before I get these beans planted though, I think our frosts are over. I hope yours are too. Probably not if you're north of here, but we're in zone 7B. I'm hoping ours are over. I'm gonna uncover these potatoes, and I've got some strawberries to uncover. Let the light back in. They took a hit, but I did what I could. I think they'll make it, actually. They don't look like they're just dead. I need to get in here and pull some of these weeds. But I'm really just trying to build this soil up, give them lots of room to grow. You can see we have a good crop of potatoes this year. I'm super excited. Best it's looked in years. We're getting all this picked up. Hopefully we are done with winter weather. I am losing light like crazy, but I'm gonna get these green beans planted. I am determined. But I wanted to show you guys something. If you're planting very much like beans and peas or anything like that, even this thing that I'm gonna show you will even do like as small as like radish seeds in a really good row and even spacing and all that. Just a little simple seeder like this is so great for in-ground gardening. It's got all these little attachments. I'm using the jumbo pea one because I'm planting green beans. I'm hoping that's gonna work. But this is not any like specific brand I would say like that's the best or anything, but this thing will work no matter what brand you get. It saves so much back-breaking work of putting the seeds in the ground, then covering them up. What you do is you just pick a point down there of where you want to end up. Keep your eyes on that as you walk. That'll keep your rows a lot straighter. And just keep in mind, as you're planting rows like this, you're gonna have to weed in between these at some point. So make a plan first. Don't be like me and just do and then think later. Make a plan and leave plenty of room to get in there and whatever you're gonna do. If you're going to amend and put wood chips, if you're gonna hoe, if you're gonna till, whatever it may be, leave plenty of space, or leave as little space as you need. If you're not gonna be, you know, breaking up your ground or anything like that, you can fit more rows. So just think about those things as you plant. So just fill this little hopper up. Or pour them on the ground with your seeds. I'm gonna put quite a bit because I don't want to come back down here. As you push, this will turn and we'll spit them out on the ground, and then it actually has a thing down here. It's gonna cover them back up. So it's pretty amazing, saves a lot of work. I am finished. I'm losing light fast, but that's okay. I've still got to put my stuff up, but other than that, I planted what I wanted to today, and I'm gonna finish this out just like I started, sitting here in the garden, enjoying just being outside. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me in the garden. I hope that you are getting your garden ready and that you're able to grow some stuff this year, and that you just really, really enjoy it and share it with somebody. Invite someone over to sit and have a cup of coffee and admire your garden with you, share some veggies, let someone come over and help you work in it, or just whatever you feel led to do. I hope this is the best gardening season you've ever had in your life. And let's just never take anything for granted and just enjoy every single day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and God bless.